Thank you all for having us here today. We are BergBites. We make the original oat and energy bites.
In front of you, Dan has given our 3 current product line flavors. We've got Almond Raisin Delight, which is a beautiful almond delicious flavor with a little bit of raisin in there, followed by our Chocolate Chip Madness, which is dark chocolate and peanut butter, really hard to go wrong. And then our most original flavor, Sun Butter and Yogurt Chip, which is totally nut-free, allergy-friendly, and kid-friendly.
So why did I start BergBites? Ever since a young age, I've been a very frustrated consumer. I've always hated the way the food industry in this country works. They always try to trick consumers into thinking you're eating healthy products, when really when you look at I've always studied nutrition labels. When you really look at these nutrition labels, they have so many ingredients that are really just hard to understand, and they really just try to trick consumers. And I've always told my mom, I just really want to change this industry and just create products that consumers can understand and feel good about eating. So these products, the original flavor Chocolate Chip Madness is one we used to make in my house in New York. And I always told my mom I wanted to make it into a real product. We always served it as a healthy dessert. I told my mom, get rid of the ice cream, get rid of the cookies. We need to serve healthy snacks and desserts opposed to junk to all our guests. So who's part of the family so far? Myself, I'm Daniel. I'm a junior at GW. I've been eating these bites in my dorm since I was a freshman. My mom would send these up, and my roommates would be eating these all the time. We'd have other people from the dorm just come and eat them, and I just saw right there everybody loves these, and I just knew that it was going to work and people were going to love them. So I came up with these other 2 flavors. This year I was rolling them in my apartment in Georgetown, and we finally brought them to the market. This is Marguerite. She is the head chef here at BergBites, plus a whole lot more. She's been my savior, I call her, and she's done a whole lot, and she's hopefully going to do a whole lot more in the future.
But I've been cooking and studying healthy food for 10 years. I'm gluten and dairy-free myself. So when Dan approached me, I thought, all right, here's a really actually healthy snack that is gluten-free and that we can formulate into something amazing. So I'm very excited to be here.
This is Colin. He is not here right now, but he is the founder of both Union Kitchens and their grocery stores. He has unparalleled knowledge in the food industry. He's already taught me tons about the industry, and I've learned a lot from him and hope to continue to learn a lot from him. And he himself is an investor in BergBites and believes in it and what it stands for. And Elena as well, she is here. She's also an investor in BergBites and has also taught me a lot. And we meet all the time, and she's really helping me and teaching me the things I don't know about the food industry that have been very cool to learn already so far. So here we just have a whole bunch of different pictures. BergBites, yeah, it's a couple of products that you have here, but I really want to create more so of it, promoting a healthy lifestyle than just healthy products. Here we have we had a photo shoot at the Lincoln Memorial where we gave out clothing, gave out the bites. Everyone was having a good time, and I just want to really promote a healthy lifestyle. And people on campus have been eating the bites, wearing the clothing, and it's really just trying to promote a healthy lifestyle altogether. So what makes this a business and not a hobby? A lot of people always ask, oh, is this just a hobby, something you like to do? But the reason we really think this is something that could be a successful business is because this is something that Marguerite and I both love. We both love healthy foods. We both love to live a healthy lifestyle, be fit. But also this is something that the world is starting to value more and more every day. Everyone's trying to be more health conscious. Everyone's trying to just learn more how to be fit, how to eat better. And we really think BergBites is positioned right in the middle of that, and that's what can make it a successful business.
Absolutely, and with that, the frozen food aisle has gone bananas in the past 10 years, as has gluten-free. I've been gluten-free for 10 years now, so I have tried literally every product. I have done all of the market research possible. There are a lot of gluten-free products out there that are frozen, but there are not a lot of products that you can just take with you that are not perishable, that won't melt in your bag, squish in your bag, or just be gross after a while. So we have cornered the market with something absolutely brand new that can go from frozen to non-frozen, still be gluten-free, and still be delicious, safe for kids, safe for adults, and delicious. And with that, we have 4 categories, so we can really sweep the entire market, where we have young professionals like Dan and his friends going to and from class, going to and from internships, especially in DC. But they're on the go all the time, and they need something that will actually get them there and not have to eat really gross, really yucky food right on the way out. With that, we've also had a lot of offices turn around. Instead of having Donut Monday, Donut Friday, gross treats Friday. A lot of people have been doing a lot of corporate gifts and serving these at nice functions and, office snacks every day. On the opposite side of that, we have parents and athletes. And parents in their own way are an athlete. They are doing a lot. So these are an easy thing to keep in your car, keep yourself focused and happy, but also keep your kids focused and happy. They're a great snack before or after working out. They're great on Saturday mornings when your kid is really grumpy, not wanting to go to soccer. But you give them a little treat, they get on their way, and they're ready to go. And they're fueled properly. So that completely fuels you while being absolutely delightful.
All right, here's our sales to date. It's only been about 10 weeks, and things have been really picking up pretty fast. We've sold over 3,000 units, and we've brought in over $23,000 in revenue. And we've had over 85 orders online, and about 86 of those were reorders, which is about 30%. And to be honest, like me, myself as a consumer, I really wouldn't go online to order a food product. It's something you usually buy at a store. And we're really just starting to get into stores, and they're moving pretty fast in the stores. But it's just a pretty great sign that people are going online. People are messaging me on Instagram. Oh, where can I buy this? And people are like random people are going online. Someone from last night from Cincinnati, Ohio, messaged me and went online and ordered. Just very cool to see people going on the website to order. Here are a couple of scenarios that we came up with where we could hope be from a year from now. Scenario one is our flat sales. If nothing were to change, if it were just to be our same sales, no new channels, we'd bring in hopefully around $85,000. If we had moderate growth, a couple new channels, that would be about $107,000. And if we had very aggressive growth, a lot of new channels and a bunch of new customers finding out about us, that would be about $218,000. And I'll show you more on the next slide of how exactly we got these numbers. So the flat sales, $85,000, are just really our same sales that we've had on average per month for times 12 for the next 12 months. Our moderate growth would be $100 per month at Mom's Organic, which is someone we really see as a feasible target, and $100 at Whole Foods. This is already someone that we will be working with next month, and hopefully we look to break into a couple more Whole Foods markets in the next coming months. Amazon is another partner that we are partnering up with, and $50 a month there. So that would be our moderate growth of $107,000. Our very aggressive growth at $218,000 would be our moderate growth, plus our new product of 100 bites. This is our new product. If we sold 100 units of this per month, which seems very feasible, and then which is the aggressive to double all our sales figures. Here are our profit margins by channel, which are pretty industry standard. 60% direct to consumer, 50% wholesale when we sell directly to the store, and distribution 30% when someone is delivering the products to the store for us. So here are our cost of goods sold. Right now it's costing us $1.54 for ingredients. It's costing us 57 cents for packaging, and it's costing us 25 cents for labor. All this has a great opportunity to decrease as we try and scale this business. This has only been about 2 months in, and it's just we're in a small space where we really aren't ordering bulk ingredients. Packaging, I've already gotten the price decreased from China. And hopefully, as we continue to order more and more quantities, it's going to go down. Labor, we're researching machinery that could speed up production by 3 times. So really, it's a great opportunity to scale this. And right now, our average cost of goods per SKU is $2.36, and our MSRP is $6.99.
So these are our key partners and channels. Right now, we are already in Union Kitchen Grocery, which is really exciting, and we have sold out. We did a demo there sometime last week, and we immediately in an hour sold out. So we are very excited about all of that. But Dan can tell you a little bit more.
So we have a demo at Whole Foods next month where we're expecting about 400 to 500 people. It's going to bring great awareness to these products. From the farmers, an online farmers market, great concept in line with what our brand represents. And they have a special promotion with us. They promote us front and center on their website, and they are even doing demos for us, bringing us to their office, bringing our products to offices, doing demos, just getting our name out there. They also they have planned to bring our new flavor, the Protein Bites, to a gym, CrossFit Laurel in Maryland, and they want to sell the Protein Bites there. We have 2 pop-up shops coming up in the next month where we're just going to be there giving out samples and hopefully selling a bunch of products. Specialty Food Sales is a broker I'm actually speaking to later today. They broker large deals for specialty food products like this. GoPuff is a 24/7 on-demand delivery service. They've reordered multiple times. Amazon has also accepted our products, and we hope to get on their channel very shortly.
Our key competitors are something to be rivaled with. However, in all of my research, I've noticed that 3 out of 4 of them are date-based, or they are dried fruit-based. And while that's delicious, it's really not going to fill you up. You're going to get a really nice sweet treat and then you're going to be really hungry in about 10 minutes because the sugar is just going to run right off. Our bottom one, Bounce, which I absolutely adore, but it's coconut, sugar, and a little bit of egg. So again, you're not getting what you need out of the food. You're getting a nice little treat. With the BergBite, there's heart-healthy oats, hemp seeds, chia seeds, things to really sustain your hunger, or not sustain your hunger, to sustain your fullness and keep the hunger out. We're also packaged a little differently. With these packages, they're lovely, they're beautiful to look at, but they're not, I don't know what the word is. They just don't hold.
The bites don't get crushed in a puck like this. They get stored very well. A lot of these packages, it's easy to crush the products like this. Another thing that we're also feel very confident about is our competitive pricing. Good bites, you get 7 bites for $9.95. Bounce bites, you get it's on average 1 bite for $2. So both of those are just much more expensive compared to our products. So if we were to get an investment, what would we mainly use the money for? Production automation. Right now, I'm going to ask Marguerite if she's sitting there rolling. She's probably rolled over 15,000 bites herself.
Yes, my hands are very tired.
It's just very... I was doing it myself. I'm not the number one person in the kitchen, but I was also been rolling hundreds of bites, and it's tiring, and it's not the most efficient way to do it, and it's costing us way too much. So we're looking into machinery. I would hope to take a trip to China next month to look at machinery, test out machinery. I've already spoken to a couple suppliers there, and they said they will give me a tour of their factory. Certifications, we'd love to get non-GMO, organic, gluten-free, and kosher certifications in the near future. We'd also love to scale our inventory, order larger ingredients, and maybe have a larger space to store the ingredients, and to order more packaging from China, which will get us a much cheaper price. And so far, we've done about 0 marketing. I've only been doing the marketing on Facebook and Instagram, which it's done well. It's a great way to market. But if I have an actual marketing campaign, I could really get the awareness out there. Done.
All right.
Time for Q&A. Judges?
How much money will it take you to generate $5 million in sales?
To be honest with you, I have not come up with that number. I don't know that yet. In the first couple months of this, I've really just been focusing on making sure my customers are getting their satisfaction, making sure the products are right. I haven't really focused as much on the long-term numbers. Mainly, my main goal, honestly, for the first whole year was really just to get a product out there that people love. So now it's been about 10 weeks, and I've already noticed, all right, the product is doing well. People are loving it. People are reordering it. So now I'm starting to get to the point, all right, what's the next step? And that's why I have Elena and Colin, and they're helping me, teaching me, and they know how to do it. So I think with them, they're going to guide me to that. But I don't have that number for you today.
That's fine. Thanks.
What kind of intellectual property do you have? Do you have any copyrights on?
Everything is trademarked. That is the only intellectual right now.
Nothing on the recipes or anything like that?
No, it's very difficult to patent recipes.
Yeah.
It's one of the most difficult things actually to patent.
Right.
But yeah.
What about the packaging?
Packaging, yeah, the packaging is trademarked, so nobody like as you see, there's a TM on it. Nobody can copy that package or the artwork or anything like that. And we're really the first of this kind, especially to call it a puck. Another thing with that package is we'd love to sell it at hockey stadiums. That's another big target that I'm hoping for. I really think a puck on ice could be a really, really cool thing. So I'm actually trying to get in touch with the Capitals right now.
Where did you come up with $6.99? And have you tested others, or
Well,
how did you arrive at that?
I've looked at a lot of the competitors. Like I saw Good Bites, 7 bites for $9.95. I thought that was way too much. Originally, we started at $7.99. I wanted to start that was the highest I knew I would ever start, and I wanted to start it high. If I had to lower. I never wanted to raise the price. I got some feedback originally that $7.99 was a little much. So, and also Whole Foods, when I met with the regional buyers, they said $7.99 is definitely too much. So then I lowered the price to $6.99, and it's definitely been a little bit better. People have been a little happier with that. But I'm not opposed to lowering it. Maybe hopefully in the future once we scale everything out.
How many are in each box?
7 bites.
Okay, got it.
And then in our new package, which is going to have 3 bites. We also have samples of these for you guys whenever you want them. But we're going to have 3 bites in here, 3 protein bites for 18 grams of protein. This is supposed to really just, if you look at all these protein bars, I mean, I'm a personal trainer. I've always, clients would always be like, all right, what should I have as a protein bar? What should I eat? And like, I would have nothing good to refer to them because all these protein bars have so much junk in them. And myself, like I said, as a consumer, was always frustrated. So like, I'm hoping that these can really replace people's protein bars as just a very simple, clean option for protein.
It says best eaten frozen. Does that mean you have to eat them frozen? Or
Not at all. I keep them in my purse all the time.
So they won't melt in the
No.
They won't.
They certainly don't have to be eaten frozen, but another reason why I think it's really resegmenting the market is that this is going to be something you find in the freezer as like instead of like an ice cream, you can buy something like this and store it in your freezer. That's how my family would always have this. Like we literally got rid of all the junk in our freezer and we just have these, and like it would fulfill our sweet tooth. Like it would be a great treat for us, but it certainly doesn't have to be in that way. It could, like today I had them for breakfast. Like it could be a dessert, but it says ultra natural dessert on the back of the package, but it certainly doesn't have to be. And especially with the new protein bites, I'm really trying to call it more so an ultra natural snack company and not necessarily a dessert company, but it really does serve as a great dessert to put out on the table. I really want it to be like, instead of a nice box of chocolate, you have a nice box of bites, but actually healthy.
And then your online sales, are you delivering those to people's homes? Or
Yeah, we've
I
shipped
didn't see that included in your cost structure. Is that part of your cost model too? The
Yeah.
delivery?
I've been shipping them myself all across the country. Actually, probably shipped it to over 15 different states. Right now we're actually about to start shipping out of the kitchen, but like for the first 2 months, I've been going to the post office, bringing these in a suitcase, just shipping them out.
It's a good way to travel.
The
But-
shipping is extra, of course.
I mean, people are paying for the shipping online, so it's been pretty much even. I probably lost a little bit of money, but now we're setting up a deal with FedEx, and they're going to come pick up from the kitchen, so it's really going to make it a lot cheaper and easier on us.
So in the supermarket, the competition is in the cookie section, or where are they in the?
They are anywhere from the granola section, which is incredibly expansive and things get lost, to the cookie section. I mean,
So your product's going to be unique in being in the frozen section?
Absolutely.
Do
Exactly.
you worry about the consumer not finding you there because they're used to looking in the cookie section or the
we
granola
hope
section?
to
I know you're cutting it, you're trying to be cutting edge or
Oh.
what have you, but so are you going to get pushback from grocers?
Well,
Because they're creating a new space for you in the frozen section.
But-
There's no other products like
That's the thing. It doesn't have to be frozen. The package designed for the freezer. That's how I love to eat them. That's how I always wanted to be sold. That was my dream, for this to be in the freezer at Whole Foods, literally. And that's what's going to happen next month. They accepted it to their freezer section. Everyone said it was the most difficult place to get into, the freezer. And I met with the buyers. They accepted it to their freezer. So we're going to have a demo there. 400 or 500 people are going to try it. And once they like it, hopefully, and they know about it, they're going to go into the freezer, and then people will just have the awareness of that.
But how will people know to look for a healthy food option in the freezer section if that's not where they
Well,
normally go?
well, that's going to have to come from marketing. That's going to have to come from just brand awareness. We're going to do demos. As I've already seen, demos help so much. Someone comes try it. The best thing I ever saw was when we demoed last week at the grocery. One guy just tried one of that flavor, chocolate chip madness. He literally sprinted to the fridge. Well, they could also be put in the fridge. In this grocery, they're in the fridge. He sprinted to the fridge, bought it, and left. And like it's all about demoing. It's all about getting it out there and just really just knowledge. And that's why I think if we have a marketing campaign and really just get it out there, it could really, really help a ton.
Do you have a concern, though, that if it's in the freezer, it's going to limit the marketability of the product? Because, I don't take ice cream bars in my car to drive.
Well, they certainly don't
I
have
put
to.
them in my gym bag, and I don't.
Yeah, no, but
Wondering-
you could store these anywhere you
I
want.
know you can, but if it's marketed in the freezer section, then people are going to look at that and think, well, I'll buy one, but I won't buy 5. One for my car, or one for my, work, or things like that to carry it around. So
Well, like
I'm
on the
just
on the package, if people read the packaging, it says in the car on the go. It says great for kids' lunch boxes. So like there's multi uses for it, and that's why we'll really have.
Well, I
to,
think what he's saying is that the mentality is that when people buy something in the freezer, they think it's got to stay frozen.
Uh-huh.
And so
They're
I
gonna
don't.
paint you with the same brush.
Yeah, so I don't see it. It may be on the package, but who reads the back of the
Right.
package and the fine print?
well, as we
And
expand.
I'm just, it's just,
That's why I
that's a
wondered if you
concern
could ask.
I would have from a pure marketing standpoint. It's not about the quality of the product. It's a pure marketing standpoint. So what's the shelf life if this product is sold now?
not frozen. It's about 6 months if you're storing it in like room temperature or in the fridge. If you could store it in the freezer, it could last over about a year.
And this is used by 10-2.
So those were
that's
made,
like-
4 days ago?
Yeah.
If not.
And what holds the ingredients together?
There's agave syrup, shredded coconut, heart-healthy oats, A nut butter or sun butter, a chocolate chip, a white chocolate chip, or a raisin, and then hemp seeds.
Yeah, so what's really holding them together is the butters and the butters and the agave.